What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Badgers will put total leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get first crack at it today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defense...
There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion on the out. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fellow with a nice catch.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Finds his big tight end. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Quickly complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Wisconsin's offense will go to work for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. They'll go to the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The RPO fired complete to the left.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Lost a throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit.
He's got it. First down and more. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Off-play action on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Toner. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Badgers headed quickly to the line.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gibbs. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. The run from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Snap from the gun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Richard. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Makes the catch. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Got him in the open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ohio State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Kennesaw State put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Owls had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Gibbs.
One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oh, they're after him. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this 1st half. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Used to play fake, now to throw. He tries to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they... make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. Quarterback did a great job to extend the play, but just couldn't quite get set and organized to deliver an accurate pass.
And a lot of times you get rushed just a little bit too much. Everything's speeding up. I'm running, really fast to get outside of the pocket, and I just didn't slow down enough to square my shoulders up and really just take my time and make that throw.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just run him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The run to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
The sure hands, it's Toner. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is just what you want. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Pocket breaking down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
It's hard to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows are tiny, and that's why the teams that can run the ball the best generally are the best red zone offenses.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They'll move the wide receiver. Catch in the middle. It's Richard. Right down the gut of the field. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. A strike downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Badger!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. From the gun, running back on the move. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Hand off from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. A nice play there, and that is likely how we'll put the finishing touches on this period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. To the ground with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Going downfield for the big play. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Gets a draw into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Bringing the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
The give out of the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You did.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start checking the football.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Unloads quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happen today.
Pulls it in on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. It's third and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this.
Throws toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish.